What up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're checking out some bone conduction headphones from Shokz, formerly known as Aftershokz, one of the leaders in bone conduction headphones, in innovation. They've been around basically since the beginning, and they are definitely one of the best when it comes to bone conduction headphones. Now we're going to check these out. The OpenRun Pro, blue and black, two colorways. I do have them both here. You can see the blue on the table, and then the black is right here on my side. We're going to take a look at what comes inside of the packaging, and then we're going to talk about who these are for, and then we'll go into the specs, and we'll do, everything we normally do, mic tests, and all the good stuff. Now, the packaging here, very nice packaging on here. OpenRun Pro, bone conduction, sport headphones. Again, these are made for people that are just like to be out and about, exercising, riding a bike, running, doing whatever you want. And if you don't like something sitting in your ear, these are going to be for you. Not everybody likes earbuds and having something in their ear, and I get it. I understand that. Now, in the back, it does tell us a little bit about the specs on here, and we could take a look at it real quick. Open ear design, powered by bone conduction technology, which means using vibrations to create sound. Shokz turbo pitch technology for enhanced bass. You can see right here. So not all dependent on haptics for the bass with these. There is a bit of bass. Two mics on each side for crystal clear calls. And of course, we will do a mic test. Titanium frame for secure fit, very lightweight, and IP55 water resistant, not waterproof, unfortunately, but it is water resistant as well as dust resistant. 10 hours of battery life on here, and there is a quick charge. A 5-minute charge will get you an extra hour of battery life. So fantastic battery life on these guys. Now we also get a hard case, a hard shell. You can see the branding there, and we also open it up. This is where your charging cable will go, and this is where your headphones will sit. And then, of course, the paperwork. You do have a warranty card on here, the user's guide. Download the Shokz app. There is also app support with this for firmware updates and a few things in the app. And of course, I will show you the app. Now, this is their proprietary cable, USB-A, and then their 2-pin connection here for the magnetic connection that will charge these up, again, with the quick charge feature, as well as really, really good battery life. So if we take a look at the actual headphones here, you can see this is the blue colorway, two-tone blue on here. So I do like that. I always like two-tone colors on devices for some reason. So the Shokz branding here on this side and on this side. On the bottom over here, you can see your charging pins here, and then your volume up and your volume down. And this will also be your power on and off, as well as your pairing button. And then on this side, where is it at? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. This is your multi-function button. So this is going to play and pause, next track, previous track, answer another phone call. So I do like that we have, well, the ability to use all of our controls with these. This is what I want, hands-free. You guys know if you follow the channel, hands-free. And if you don't follow the channel, guys, hit that like button. A sub would be appreciated. Now let's throw these on. You guys can see how they fit. And again, they're gonna wrap around your ears, just like you see here. And you are going to forget that they are on your head. Now, these are perfect for running, perfect for biking. And what it's going to do, it's one, comfort-wise, they're fantastic because they're so lightweight and they're not sticking inside of your ear, but it's going to allow you to hear the outside, right? If you're worried about, if you're riding a bike, you're worried about traffic, right? And you're going to be able to hear all of your outside surroundings with that. And same thing with running. You want to hear your outside surroundings. You don't want to be closed in. And if you like to work out at the gym, and same thing, if you want to hear what's around you, this will do the job, and it does it very well. Now, there might be a little bit of sound leakage, but we'll get into that when we talk about how these sound. But overall, very comfortable. You guys can see here, they are super lightweight. I would forget that these were on my head after a short period of time, right? If I was just out running a couple miles, I would forget after the first mile that these are on my head. So let me know, drop some comments and let me know what you think. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the app. All right, guys, the app. So available on the Play Store as well as the Apple Store. The OpenRun Pro, once you connect it, it will give you the battery percentage up here, a picture of the actual headphones. Now you do have an EQ mode, a standard mode, and a vocal mode. Vocal mode, of course, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It will focus on the vocals. It will focus on the voices. So if you want to listen to an audiobook or a podcast, I would suggest using that. And standard mode will be what you would want to use if you are listening to music. That is going to give you the best bass that these things are capable of. And there is a voice prompt inside of your head that will tell you which one you are in. Now, multi-point pairing, these do allow you to connect to two devices at the same time. And as you can see, I am connected to two different iPhones, the iPhone 13 Pro Max and an older iPhone 11, the OpenRun Pro by Shokz. We are connected to both, and it does work very well and very easy to use. Now, if we scroll down, that's really it. This will play our music for us. If we hit play, and then we have a settings tab up here. And if we click on the settings tab, when you go into settings, it's basically the same thing. Multi-point EQ modes. You can change your language prompt, whatever you want to hear inside of your headset, the app language, and then your firmware update. You can always go in, and it says we are updated to the latest software. You do have a user's guide about Shokz. You do have a reward survey and a legal, and that's basically it for the app. Maybe this will improve over time and we can get kind of an EQ slider to give us a little different sound, right? We all want to adjust these to what we like personally, but I'm glad that we have an app. It's a good start. Now, let's just do a mic test and we'll see how these sound. All right, guys, the OpenRun Pro. This is the mic test. Dual mics on each side, and let me know what you think. Of course, this is pretty much as good as an environment as you are going to find when using something like this. But let me know, how does the mic sound? I have taken a few phone calls on it, and I'm pleasantly surprised with how good the microphone is on here. But let me know, drop some comments. All right, guys, we got a lot of crowd noise going on right now. Let me know what you think of the microphones now with a ton of outside noise. Drop some comments and let me know. All right, guys, latency on these headphones. So watching content, YouTube videos like you see here, or Amazon Prime, Netflix, or anything like that, watching a movie, it's a good experience. You're not going to have any issues. These do use Bluetooth 5.1, and I haven't noticed any delay between audio and video when watching content. Now, some of the heavier games, you might notice a little bit of delay, but these are not something I am going to be playing games with. But if you do play games, lighter games, you're going to be fine. Call of Duty even, I really didn't notice any delay between shooting the weapon and hearing the actual shot. So just know that you can use these pretty much for anything when it comes to content. All right, guys, the OpenRun Pro. Let's talk about the sound quality on these headphones. So look, Bone Conduction headphones in the past, they've been lacking when it comes to sound quality, right? And it's because of what type of technology this is. They're not in your ears, so of course, the sound is going to sound different. It's going to be different, right? Again, it's using vibrations to create sound while it's sitting in front of your ear on your bone, and it's very different. If you haven't tried these, it is a very different experience, and it's one that you should try because the more I use these, the more I enjoy it, and they're so comfortable that it's worth it to me. Now, the sound quality on here in the past with Bone Conduction headphones, the haptics would give us the effect or the feeling of bass, right? And there wasn't really ever a lot of bass on anything like this. This is different. These by far are the best sounding Bone Conduction headphones I've ever heard. And there is presence when it comes to bass. Finally, we have some bass on some Bone Conduction headphones. Now, the haptics are still there, and you're still going to get that feeling. Every time the haptic hits, you're going to get that feeling of bass. But what you're also going to get is you're actually going to hear some bass along with that. So I do like where we're going, and I think Shokz did a fantastic job finally of giving us really good sounding headphones that are Bone Conduction headphones. And the mids and the highs, really clear, great clarity. They sound really good. And again, in the EQ, if you are listening to an audiobook, just switch it to that, and you won't really get that haptic feedback that you do on the normal sound. But overall, these sound really good for a pair of Bone Conduction headphones. Now, look, the bass isn't going to blow you away. If you haven't used anything like this, you might be surprised, right? It's a very different effect, a very different feeling, and a very different sound, but it is very unique to how these sit on your head, and I like it, man. I just like how these sound. I think they did a great job with the sound quality on these headphones. So look, the Shokz OpenRun Pro. Again, who are these for? Again, these are for people that exercise or that don't like anything sticking in their ears. And I know there are a lot of people like that. I used to be one of those people. But Very comfortable. You can use these pretty much all day long. One, because they're comfortable, and two, because of the fantastic battery life. And say you wanted to go for a run one morning and you realize that these were dead and there was no battery life. The quick charge feature, 5 minutes will get you an hour. So these are good. These are probably the best, not probably, these are the best bone conduction headphones that I have ever tried. And well done, the OpenRun Pro. I like where this technology is going, and I'm happy that we're here already. So the OpenRun Pro, guys, I'll drop the links below. You guys can check them out, the blue and the black colorway here. Very nice, very unique product. Let me know what you think. Drop some comments. Hit that like button, guys, and I'll be back soon. Peace.